Hey, what's going on, everyone? Happy New Year. And welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About It. I'm your host, Rev J, and I have a special guest, my cousin, Coach B. What's going on, Coach B?
What's going on? Happy New Year, everybody.
And today, the title of this actually show is called Start Your 2003 or 2023 with Reverend J and Coach B. And today we're gonna be talking about goals, and we're gonna be giving you some tips that you can apply to your life today, starting today. That if you apply them, it will increase the chances that you will reach your goals in 2022. But before we begin, I know Coach B was rocking it last year. What's some goals you accomplished last year, Coach B?
Oh my goodness. Let's see. I've moved into my office space.
Wow.
Yes, that was one of my biggest things on the beginning of last year, that I wanted to be in my own space by the end of the year. So that happened probably about September. So it gave me a little bit more time. Was able to conduct my first annual vision board color party, and it was
I seen that,
successful.
yeah.
The turnout was amazing, which got me more business for, clients to go through my program, my identity transformation program. So it has just been a blessing financially. It's been great. Military people got my 100% last year. So everything has just been moving and grooving. And it starts with what? Planning.
Yes. Planning and actions. I think one of the goals I've always wanted to learn how to play the piano. Yes. And last year I started practicing. I found this person online that teaches you how to play keyboard very simply. So I learned. Matter of fact, I know you'd love this if you'd have been here. We at John's house.
I gotta know how that went. I definitely gotta know how that went.
So we used to have a lot of fun. We used to actually sing Christmas carols, and I was playing on the keyboard. I'm like, okay. So one of my goals this year is to now when I play keyboard now, I'm doing very basic stuff. But my goal is to learn how to play This Christmas from the keyboard.
Okay.
So that's gonna be challenging, because now you gotta learn, like, I think you gotta learn, like,
you gotta learn some scales.
Yeah, you gotta learn like some other stuff. Right now I'm playing like the ABCs.
Well, hey, a goal is a goal, no matter how big or small. You accomplished it.
You know it. So yep. So yeah, and like myself, I accomplished a lot of goals. Business has increased. We got more customers. And again, my goal is to build my business even more. More customers. But let's get started. We're gonna be giving down a list of things you can do. And that if you apply to your life, you can actually have a better chance at reaching your goals in 2023. So the first one is write it down and make a plan.
Yes, indeed. Why is this so important? Now, I know you the Rev. I've been in church all my life, so I don't know the script. I don't know where it's coming from, but I know it's in the Bible to write it down and make it plain, because I've been hearing it over and over. And so we can have all these thoughts up in our head, right? And they get mixed up with all the other things that we have going on in life. And so if you don't write it down, you're going to lose it. And so you're not going to see it. You're not going to go back and look at it. And so 9 times out of 10, it's not going to get accomplished. And I think the part where people say make it plain, like be specific, I don't really like to use the word realistic, but make sure it's something where you can make and take those actionable steps to complete these things. Don't sit here and say, oh, I want to be a millionaire by December 2023. And trust me, there's nothing wrong with that. However, work backwards. How's your credit? Should that be the first thing you write down?
Yeah.
What steps are you going to need to take to get to that $1 million status? Maybe this year is working on your credit. Maybe this year, is building your business and getting more clientele and whatever the case may be. So write it down and make it plain. I have this phenomenal planner and it goes yearly, monthly, weekly. And so I have my yearly goals in there and then I break it down for, okay, this is what I want to do, accomplish this month. And then for the week, this is what I want to accomplish for the week. And at the top of the week, it has a section where it says must do. Because, we have this whole list for the day. And sometimes we'll get discouraged if we don't complete everything on that list. But in that must do box is whatever it is on that list for the day, this is my must do. Like my must do today was go to the gym.
Oh, okay.
So even though I didn't complete everything on my list, my must do did get done. And so having it written down and crossing it off or starring it, however you got to do it, it gives you that sense of completion and fulfillment. And so it makes you want to do better and get more stars and check marks for the next day. And so you're doing more to complete those goals. And so as you move forward, you just, okay, this is my must do. I'm not gonna beat myself up. I didn't get everything done, but tomorrow I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna get an extra check mark for something for tomorrow. So write it down and make it plain. That's all I got for that one.
No doubt. Well, again, the scripture is Habakkuk 2:2, and it says, write the vision and make it plain, so that them that may read it will run thereof. So it's matter of fact, let me tell you, just write it down. There's a SUAA, a power behind writing it down. Look at this. We only write down things that are important, that we want to actually remember to do. So if it's really important to you, I recommend you write it down. And all the time, if you write it down, if we want to remember it, and we're going to actually now put some action behind those steps.
Even when it comes to like your ideas, I know at bedtime is when my brain is the most active. And if you're like me, you have your notepad and your pen next to your bed, because you may come up with this bomb idea or a new strategy for something. And you were like, don't be like I used to be, like, I'm going to remember it. And then in the morning, dang, what the heck was I thinking last night? It was so good, but I didn't write it down. And so it fleets. It's fleeting when it leaves your mind if you don't put pen to paper. And there's simple tools, a pen and a paper.
Yeah.
And accomplish your entire dream. Just a pen and a paper.
Now, even also, again, like you said, making it plain, like, for example, sometimes when you have a vision or a dream, it's very broad, but write it down. Then as you go along, you see more and you get more details. That's when you start making it plain, saying, I want to do this, but I want to do it this way, and I want to do it this way, and I want this. So, again, make it plain so, one, you can follow it. And guess what? Other people can follow it too. People won't follow you. People will follow your vision if they can see it.
Yeah, because you're not gonna, you can go into a conference and you leave that conference 2 weeks later, you're not gonna remember 9 times out of 10, me anyway, who all the speakers were. You're not gonna know them by name, but you're gonna know that content. You're gonna remember what they talked about, because that is the meat of the thing. So yes, I wholeheartedly agree with that. I love that.
As a matter of fact, I did something. I'm gonna try to do something this year. I actually gonna write down the important goals on my smartphone and put on my screen that's locked. So every time I opens up, it's right in my face. Because the biggest thing about writing down is that you got to keep it in front of you.
You got to see it. You got to see it. You have to see it.
So
tuck it away and put it in the cupboard and
right.
The rest of the books and the other notebooks and journals, and have a separate notebook. for your goals. Don't put it with everything else, your church notes, your school notes. Have a goal notebook. Read it in the morning, read it before you go to bed. And if like Red said, put it in your phone if you
Yeah,
have to. If you always got that phone connected to you, you go outside and you looking like, oh, I'm about these J's, but then your phone pop up like, oh man, I have a goal. I can't even do it right now. And
yeah, yeah, yeah. And again, and the reason why you want to do this because, like, again, now let me make this point. Myself and Coach B, we have degrees in psychology. So let me tell you something. The way your mind works is that the more you see something, the more you have a chance that you're gonna, one, believe it's possible, and number two, you act on it. Wherever you see most. That's why um, people spend millions of dollars on advertising, especially on Super Bowl. And when it comes to presidential elections, they spend millions to repeat. And so you see, because they realize that the more you see something, the more you more apt you'll be to act on it. So write down your vision.
It gets in your head, and I will even go so far as to, like, when I say read your goals before you go to bed.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
sometimes I know, like, when I listen to music or if I watch a certain movie when I go to bed, it's in my dream. I'm
yes,
dreaming about that. Either I'm a superhero or whatever the case may be. But if I'm reading, put it in positivity before I go to bed, reading my goal sheet and everything like that. Then when I sleep and I'm dreaming, things start to become a little bit more clear, and I'm dreaming about those things that I already written down. And so it makes it even better for when I wake up. Oh, God showed me that. Oh,
yeah.
that was good. Oh, so
Well, they
I
say
recommend
you
that.
should read your vision and your goals before you go to bed, and you should read your goals and your vision when you first wake up in the morning, because your mind's like it's like popping. And again, just the more you can keep it in front of you, the more of a chance you will begin
Yep.
to take action on it, and the more of a chance you will actually get to experience it. Because again, psychologically, it just happens. I really don't have time to explain to you how it all works, but just trust me, just do it, and you promise you may get the chance to experience what you have a vision for.
This is facts.
Let's move to the next one. This is mine. Pray and believe it's possible. Now, being a minister, I had to put this in there, especially for my church folks. Uh, um, um, we,
Why you say it like that? My church folks.
no, I'm saying because there may be somebody watching that that actually I know some people they don't believe in God, and so I'm talking to my church folks audience who believe in God. Let me tell you something: the value of prayer. Prayer helps you get direction from God. The Bible says this: acknowledge Him in all your ways, and He will direct your path. When you start off with prayer, you don't get stressed out when things don't go the way you expect them to go, because you have a sense that you're trusting God to lead you. And of course, if you have been walking God for a while, you trust God when God opened doors, and you trust God when He shut them. So let's start with prayer. And number two is this: believe it's possible. Um, the world-renowned public speaker Les Brown says this. He says, "Don't say you can do it." He said, "I want you to don't try to psych yourself out. Just focus on that it being possible." He said, "Because we do what we think we believe is possible to do." So if you can believe that it's possible for you to do it, more than likely you will begin to act on it. And let me tell you something: none of your dreams, none of your visions are going to happen without action. So
That is 100%. You just be laying in the bed. Oh, I hope this happened. Like, what are you doing? You're not putting no feet to the fire. Like, come on,
yeah,
you gotta move.
yeah, yeah. You gotta act. I mean, you gotta act. So everybody have dreams, everybody have visions, everybody have goals. But let me tell you something. I want to not say I don't want to lie to you that your dreams and your goals will not happen without action. So
It's not free. It's not free, but it's well worth it. And I think that's where that belief comes in. Like you see this, oh, I want this. I'm
Hmm.
just me, for instance. I want my $1 million house, and I'm gonna have it because I believe that
Yep.
why not? If the God, I believe in Jesus Christ. All those who's listening believe who and what you want, but I believe in Jesus Christ. And if it's royal up in heaven, why can't I have my royalty here on earth?
Yeah.
And so, I, with that belief, like you said, there has to be action. I took the action last year to make sure my credit was in line. This year, taking the necessary actions to get where I want and what I want. And so, if I didn't believe that it was possible, because sometimes, especially in the African American community, it will have us to believe that, oh, why would you want all of that?
Yeah.
You can't get that. You don't have the credentials or what it takes to get that. You don't believe it.
Yes.
All I need to do, I believe that I can have this, so this is what I'm gonna have.
Hey.
And then you start taking those action steps
Yeah.
to moving towards what you believe.
Yeah. A lot of people have a tendency to um make you believe what they can't believe.
Yeah, they try.
Um,
They
they
try.
and again, it's okay. Again, if you don't want that $1 million house, you don't need one. You don't go for it.
Right. You
But
don't have to. But what do you believe? What you got to have some type of belief. Like, stop putting limits on what you can have and what you can do and what you can experience. We limit ourselves. And so, therefore, we don't believe that is possible, whether it's we don't see enough people that look like us doing it, or we were raised in the hood and our credit is bad. Anything can be improved. If you believe, you can go from having a 500 credit score, because I was there, to
oh
having
yes.
your 800 credit score. It is possible, but it takes some work.
No, look at this. Look at this. I was born in Jersey City. I grew up in Newark in Brick City.
Same.
Um,
Come on,
and like this,
cuz.
I
Preach it.
have a business that is growing. So again, if I can do it, anybody. So,
Trust me.
I think they're saying it doesn't matter where you start. It matters where you finish, and where you finish off at depends upon really the action that you're willing to put into the journey. So
Mhm.
awesome. Next one.
So this goes into what I just said, pretty much your required environment calibration.
Mm.
Who you are around, your
Uh,
environment,
uh,
those naysayers, we need some calibration. Like in the military, we always had to recalibrate these gauges, because after a while, it's not going to work properly for that equipment to do what it needs to do. And so you have to recalibrate your friend circle. Maybe
yes.
you have to move, maybe you have to cut some people off. But like I just said, I want my $1 million. I told that to somebody and they was like, oh, why you need all of that? Why like
Time to cut them off.
why not? Why not? You don't need all that. You should be X, Y, Z. It's funny how people tell you what you should be doing with your dreams and your money and stuff, but meanwhile they sitting there. And so I had last year, it was a cleansing. I did
Mm,
a lot of cleansing of my environment, whether it was people, whether it was even mental, and what I was putting in my ear gate and my eye gate, and changing all of that and recalibrating how I think and shifting my mindset. It opens you up to do what, like we said in the previous, and number two, believe. Because if your environment is telling you you can't do this, you shouldn't do this, you can't have this, you shouldn't even want to do this, that's why would you spend this much money on that? Because I want to.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I want to. Everybody has their thing, but it has nothing to do with everybody. It's what you want for yourself. And so some of us not strong enough
Hmm.
to block those negative, feedbacks and comments and, distorted thinkers. And so you just gotta cut them off, calibrate. Required environment calibration.
that is so essential to
Mhm.
um one, growing, number two, to reaching your goals, because they say this, when talking about planting a seed, if you plant a seed in bad soil, the seed won't grow, the tree won't grow.
So well.
So likewise, if you have good dreams and great dreams, and you're in a bad environment, it's not that your dreams are bad. You just may be in a bad environment that can't get nutrients from the
Mhm.
people that you're around. Example, I'm part of a business networking group, and these people are just doing business on a level I'm just dreaming about. I I want to get there. We go to breakfast, and they pulling out wise of hundreds. I'm like, okay. That's that's what I like.
Yeah.
Um, and look at this. And the more you're able to see that, the more you're able to believe that you can be it too.
And it's required, like you said, it's that networking. You get around the right group of people. Like my mentor, she puts my business on the map because
Yes.
she is known or what have you. I got a chance to see Michelle Obama and Ellen DeGeneres last year because of her connection.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh
so
yeah.
being connected
Oh my
to
gosh.
the right people is essential. And you're not going to get connected to the right people if you're in not in the right environment.
No.
And I'm not saying, oh, you can't live in, if you live in a hood, you make the best of your situation, but you don't have to let everybody in your mind and in your personal space until you get to the point to where you can move and be in a better place. You can still control your mind
Hmm.
and what you allow and the people you allow to be friends with you and the people you allow to influence you until you get to that place to where, okay, I'm growing. People will notice, people will see you
Yeah.
even in the gutter. If you're doing right and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and you are striving and you are working, people are going to see you and pull you up out of there. And so keep striving
Yes.
to,
You
to,
you
to
no, it's the challenge that if you're in a have a big dream or big goals, and you're in an environment where other people are not, don't have the big dreams, the big goals. Guess what? You're gonna think that what you're doing is out of the ordinary. When
Mhm.
it's look at this. I'm I'm like when I think I helped somebody. I moved something to somebody's house, right? And I moved something else to his other house. I'm like, the house he left from looked like the house he went to, but a whole lot bigger. I'm like, now this guy owns like a catering hall.
Mm.
This guy owns now he got him a restaurant in like a downtown area and a brewery. Okay. I'm like, but saying, if if you don't see that, if you're not around that, you think your goals and your dreams are like out of the ordinary. And the more
Mhm.
you see it, the more you're around it, you think, okay, this is what
You'll
we
be
do.
thinking once you start seeing it, you're like, man, I need to dream bigger.
Yes, I know that. I'm like, I need to get to work. I'm like, and he got about my age. I'm like, I need to get to work. I'm like, I'm behind the. I'm like, but at the same time, though, when I hear you guys talk, you guys work too. You
Mhm.
guys like, no, the guy said, well, I go to work 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't leave till about 10 o'clock at night. The restaurant, then do the same thing over again. But again, that's how they have the level of success that they have. It just
Mhm.
didn't happen, and I'm sorry to break everybody's heart, the Christians. It didn't happen just by prayer. I'm
Right.
sorry. Sorry.
The Bible already for the faith without works is
Yes,
dead. Like you can
a lot of
believe
work.
all day,
A lot of work.
but if you're not willing to work,
I
it's
think I
not
think
gonna happen.
some people, everybody want it to miraculously happen. Let me tell you something. There's some things that are going to happen, but for your dream to really experience your dream, no, you're going to put some real work into it and make some real
Yeah.
sacrifices. But guess what? That's why it's your dream. and nobody can have it because you are willing to put the sacrifices into doing what you need to do to make your dream realized. So,
Indeed.
but again, you need to put yourself in an environment where you can be nurtured and your mindset can be encouraged. And like Coach B said, they have a network. These guys can recommend my little small business to people, and like I can I can go to another level just by
Right.
because they're a whole nother level. So look at this. If you want to reach your goals, get with people that have higher goals and
Yeah, you
ambitions.
never want to be the smartest person in the room.
No,
And if you don't believe in your dream and your goals, these high-end people not going to believe it either if you don't
nope,
believe it. So it doesn't matter. Like I always tell people, don't call your stuff little.
no.
That triggered me because you said my little business. It's not little. It's yours.
Yeah.
And when people see that, okay, man, they got so much pride and joy in their stuff, they believe that is working. So you know what? I'm gonna put them on the map too.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna connect them to other people. So it's no matter if it's small for whoever will watch this later. If you think it's a small business, a small idea, work that thing.
Now I agree. Now I may say it's small, but again, I have a big visions. But I call it small in comparison to what they're doing. But it keeps me working though. It keeps me it keeps me like okay, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. But again, that keeps me I don't want to say
that's your motivation.
Say again.
That's your motivation.
That's my motivation. I said no, okay. I'm looking at them. Okay. I want to be like you when I grow up. So,
yeah.
But you gotta have that. You gotta have people that are doing what you're trying to do on a bigger scale. It'll inspire you, keep you motivated, and make you aware that it is possible. Like for example, my brother's got a house. I'm like, hold on a second. He got a house? Let me start playing games.
And that's what it should even still it should be about that push, that motivation, not the jealousy, not the envy,
Oh no,
not
yeah.
any of that. When you see other people doing big things, let it motivate you and fuel you to go after the things that you want, not sit there and hate because if you hating and you jealous, you're gonna still be in the same place this time next year because you didn't use what you saw that somebody else got to do. You know what? Let me stop playing games. I can do this too.
Just do this. You can do it too. You can have it too. Just roll your sleeves up and figure it out how they get it. So that's awesome.
Hey, Joy.
The comments, right? Joy. All right. Next one is focus on the next step. Now, I know you have a vision. I know you have a goal, and it's terrifying because you don't really have all you need to have to make that goal or dream happen. I have in that current situation on something I'm working on right now. But I've learned this. I enjoy thinking about the goal. I enjoy thinking about the vision, but I focus on the next step. All I worry about is the next step. What's the next step I must do to do what I can do to make this dream a reality? And I think a lot of people get caught up by that because they look at their dream and it's big. But again, all you need to do is focus on the next step and then the next step and then the next step and then the next step. If you keep doing that, eventually you'll get to your dream.
And I always tell people, I got this from somebody else. I'm in another group, but she always says, little by little, a little becomes a lot. Yes. And so, like you said, put one foot in front of the other. Like I was saying earlier, for those who weren't here, like I have this planner and I get what I could get done on that list for the day. I don't focus on my annual goal and in that moment I focus on my daily goal for that day, and whatever I don't complete that day, it's okay because there's still tomorrow. I roll over whatever I didn't get done, I put it into this next day, and you keep moving. Just keep moving. You got to keep rolling.
Yep. Well, again, I was thinking about this for a couple of days, and I said it's like a child. When a child's born, they don't they don't really focus on trying to run. They focus on first trying to stand up. Next thing is they trying to keep their balance, and then the most proud thing that every parent loves, they put all their energy, all their might, all their heart, all their focus on it taking that first step. And that's all you got to do is put all your heart, all your might, all your determination into that first step. Because let me tell you something. Sometimes it takes that kind of energy to make that next step. And this is why you had to cut some people off because they're energy drainers.
They'll keep you crawling for the rest of your life.
and that happened. And some people think I'm a cold person because I don't really let a lot affect me. I'm not a cold person. I'm just so focused on my dreams and my goals.
I think that's blood, cause I'm not. People are like, I never see you mad. Like I don't even have that energy to put into being mad. I got my own stuff and my own things I'm trying to get done. I'm not worried about being mad.
I got baby stuff I need to put my energy into. Like, if look at this, that's why I will forgive you because look at this. I don't have energy or time to be thinking about what you did to me. That probably won't even stop me from really get to where we're going.
Exactly.
And I'll put all my thought, all my mind onto that just dream and this goal. So it's not that I don't like. I don't care. It's that if it's not really going to affect my dream, I'm probably not going. I really don't care about it.
You put that person into the what was my second one into the calibration section. Like you got to go over here because
I know how to deal with you. You just box where I don't call you, I don't talk to you.
Watch me work.
Yeah. Watch me live my dream. Watch me go out to breakfast while other people are working. That's
right. Like who wants to work 40 hours a week, busting their behind for the rest of their life? Nothing wrong with that. People, whoever is watching that's working 40 hours a week. If that's what you love, if that's what you want to do, that's not what I want to do.
No, neither. I know it's like to work 40 hours a week at Amazon, and let me tell you, it's no joke.
I want to get called to speak at a conference, and that pay for my whole entire monthly bills. Like,
hey, look at this. I like when I like when I make a couple $100, and I like work by the hour. I'm like, this is nice.
Yeah,
this is why I love being an owner.
It's amazing.
Come on, awesome. Next one.
So the focus on your next step transitions to the don't quit. You don't quit. And it's crazy how we come up with these titles. We don't discuss, these things like, hey, we're gonna do this and I'm gonna bounce off of you X, Y, and Z. It just happened. So this was good. It's God ordained. But don't quit. Everybody in the beginning of the year, they make these resolutions. And then you go to the gym, you see 1,000 people in the gym.
Oh, yes.
By March 1st, ain't nobody in the gym. Because they had this motivation, they had this idea, they had this goal in mind, but then they quit.
Yes.
And so when you look at these things, and I always tell people and I encourage people, listen, don't make a New Year's resolution. And my husband had told me, he said, I don't like that word resolution. I said, you're right, because it should be a lifestyle change so that it can continue and continue and continue so that you don't quit, because this is just a part of who you are. This is your new habit. This is your new way of moving. This is your new way of thinking. This is your new way of feeling. And it's going to get hard. Is nothing worth fighting for. It's going to be easy. Nothing worth fighting for is going to be easy. It's going to be hard. But then that's the difference between people who are successful and people who are not. Don't quit. You keep moving. If you need to take a beat for the day, take a beat. I'm going to rest today. I'm going to, like this week, my sleep pattern has been jacked up. And so this morning I woke up, got the kids up to get ready for school. And DK, he came in and he said, babe, lay down, give me your phone. I said, no, I got to get up. I got to X, Y, Z. He said, no, you need to lay down. You need to go to sleep.
Oh,
And
wow.
so, but I needed that rest because I just been moving and moving and moving in my body. He knows when my body's about to shut down, it's going to be a bad day. Then I'll be out for like a week versus me taking that time. And so, and that's not quitting. That is resting. We all need to rest and listen to our bodies. But then you get back up. I woke up probably about 1 o'clock this afternoon and I went to the gym. And so you get back up after your rest. You don't quit, because on the other side of your quit is just your victory.
Yes.
That next day could have been that one life-changing moment that would have changed everything, but you gave up because it didn't happen within a week. It didn't happen within a month. It didn't happen at the time frame you thought or saw fit for it to happen. So you just say, screw it, I guess it's not meant to be. No.
Yeah.
These billionaires don't become billionaires overnight. Like we said earlier, it's work. And so, just don't quit. You got anything to add on that?
Oh, no doubt. No. I've learned that. I've learned that I don't quit. Somebody asked me this one time. They said, Joshua, why do you do so many different things? I said, I do so many different things is because so when one thing is not working, I can focus on doing something else. Mm-hmm. It's not that I stopped. It's that right now, I have not figured out how to make it move.
Right.
So I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna take a break from it and focus on my attention on doing something else I can do and what is working until I can figure out what's working. And that's the same thing you're saying, that take a break. Mm-hmm. And if you can't do much tired.
Sure can't.
You can't do much tired. So take time breaks. I'm gonna get an example. Like today, I was busy. I was just knocking things out, and I had to go to another appointment about an hour later. So I took me a nap, 30-minute nap. Good thing I woke up in time because I'd have been weird. Really. So I was in my car. It was good too.
See, I can't do those 30 minutes. That'll piss me off.
But I felt refreshed. I said, okay, let me go knock this other thing out, knock it out. But again, no, it is so important that you don't look at this. You don't have to quit. Just take a break, take a pause, regroup,
reassess. Like, okay, what went well? What's not going well? What can I do better? Do I need to be on a different platform?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Just look at the thing that you're trying to, if you know that this is your thing that you're supposed to be doing. And the first way you try, like you say, don't work out, try another way.
I'm gonna tell you something current I'm doing. I'm working on something current, and it's not working out the way I wanted to work out. I thought it would work out, but I still have a vision for it. So I'm gonna just keep on thinking about it, looking for the opportunity for me to do what I do so I can take the right action at the right time. I'm gonna prepare myself. So when that opportunity comes up, I'll be prepared. Mm-hmm. So I'm not dismissing the plan. Right. I'm just right now I'm gonna focus on what I'm currently doing, and then wait until I can find that real right opportunity to really make that happen. And let me tell you something about your dreams, is that sometimes it takes one action.
Yep.
So and sometimes those actions are like in time moments. So timing is everything when it comes to your goals. So don't get discouraged. And if the Bible even says, though the vision tarry, wait for it, for in the end it will speak in that line. In other words, if you keep on working at it, keep on planning for it, keep on
season
and do season. Guess what? Let me tell you something. If you sow the right seeds, it will grow
with the right intent.
Speak more on that.
I have to put that out there, because sometimes we're just trying to do things because we see somebody else doing it.
Go ahead.
And so we're going to try to copy it and mimic it, even though it wasn't planted and birthed within us. Mm-hmm. We're just trying to look at, oh, my neighbor can do it, I can do that better. That's the you're not gonna manifest what you think, and it's not gonna look like that other person's. You're gonna sit there and look like, well, why they're getting this, and why are they at this place, and I'm still at this stage? Because that wasn't your seed. You tried to steal somebody else's idea. Now, I'm not saying, you know, everything is recycled. There is
Yeah.
nothing new under the sun. And we make things our own, whether it be quotes or whatever the case may be. But when you are sitting there trying to copycat somebody else's thing that was not given to you, it's not gonna be good. It's not
Oh,
gonna be
no
good.
doubt. Yeah. And again, that's another key thing. Sometimes the reason why goals are so challenging to get to is so you can really be sure it's what you really want to do. Yes, it takes that, and the fact that if you can continue on doing it, it means you really want to do it. That means
Even
you
when
really.
it's hard, even when it's not profitable
Yep.
in that season, because not every season is gonna give you your high profits,
Oh
but you
no.
still sticking to it because this is your thing. Like, this is my baby, and so you don't quit. And so find your thing. For those who
Yes.
don't have their thing, their niche, as we say
Oh yes. Oh my
in the
gosh.
room, find your niche, and you will be surprised at how much energy you put into that thing, and then watch it grow, watch it manifest.
That is so key. Key is to find your thing. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. When you find your thing, you'll be you'll wake up in the morning willing to do it
Mm-hmm.
and make the sacrifice to do it and figure out how to do it because it's you. So that's important though. So that's awesome. That's awesome. But don't quit. Again, I like that. I like this. It's not a resolution. It's a lifestyle. Next one is this: success, love, speed. So whatever you're trying to do it with speed. A lot of people, the worst thing you do is say, "I'm gonna take my time." And most successful people, they have periods of time where they go hard at something. They say, "You know what? For the first 3 months, I'm gonna do this," and then
Mm-hmm.
a month later, 2 months later, they take their time and do things. Then they say, "Oh, next 3 months, I'm gonna go back at it real hard," and because it's called momentum. That's what you
Yeah.
need. Yeah. You need to build some type of momentum. So again, if you're working hard, be willing to work hard, work a lot, stay up, try to figure it out. And then again, like we said, take a pause, take a break, relax, do things at a slower pace. But then get back into it. So, you know what? Like for example, during the holidays, I was trying to take a break, but the business kept coming in. I'm like, okay, well, and then on Friday, on Saturday, I said, you know what? I'm not doing nothing. so,
You don't
you
want
know,
to burn, because you don't want to burn
yeah,
out.
yeah,
Like you said, there is a need for speed in any industry.
yes,
And when you building on that momentum, you can have, like, say, I'll just use my business for example. I had an event, I had my vision board color party in December 10th. And so with the people that were there, and then it's like once they see that, ooh, I want to work with her. If I don't
yeah,
have something lined up for to get them signed up to do, it's like, okay, their mindset is gone already. And then I
yeah,
just lost business because I didn't have something aligned. Like, okay, if you would still like to work with me, I'm having a transformation program. It's a 6-week program you can sign up for, an 8-week program you can sign up for. And so it gives them something else. And you just keep recycling, rinse and repeat,
yes,
rinse and repeat. And it's not like you have to start over every quarter. You rinse and repeat and do the same thing, because 9 times out of 10 with your niche, you have a target audience.
hmm,
What you have is not for everybody. And I think that's where a lot of people, they mess up too, because they're trying to reach everybody,
oh yeah,
specifically in the coaching realm. My message is not for everybody.
mm,
It's for a specific type of group of people. And so rinse and repeat. I have a master class. It's going to be the same master class, different, a little bit of content. You watch a movie, you might see something you didn't see the first time. And so it's going to be different content, but it's not hard.
no,
We make success hard. It's not hard. It's really easy.
it is. It's only hard when you do it slow. When you do it speed, it becomes easier because it just comes. After a while,
You're doing
it
it,
just
and
it
it's
just comes.
repetition.
It comes. Like now, right now, for the beginning of the year, let's talk about it. Our podcast. I'm working on getting people booked up for our at least for the first couple months. I'm doing this with speed. People love success. Success loves speed. So if you could, when you start working on your goals, try to start off with speed until you get that momentum pick up, and then you start pacing yourself out. But whenever you try to start something, start with speed and go at it. Then as time goes on, take a break and then get back into it. So good. Next one is obtain an accountability partner.
Yes. Why did I select this? Because it's necessary.
Yes.
I mean, all of these are necessary, but like you say, to achieve what you're trying to achieve for 2023, you got to have somebody real, somebody who loves you. Maybe it don't have to be like, oh, you my family, but somebody loves what you're doing, your vision. They believe in you to push you and to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And you not be offended by it. You need accountability partners. And you can't, because sometimes we get tired.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes we get lazy. Sometimes we get unmotivated. Sometimes we feel like, oh, this is not going to work. But that accountability partner is going to be there to be like, hey, you said you was going to have the first chapter of your book done this week. Is it done?
Oh wow.
Let me read it. You said that you was going to start your YouTube channel. What is it? So I can go to it and see. So I can subscribe. You need that person that's going to be like, hey, challenge you on your stuff. Like, this is my goal for the week. And by the end of the week, that accountability partner is calling you. Y'all have y'all meeting. And okay, you got this done. And both ways. You don't be a taker. Be a giver as well.
Yeah.
And y'all go through, okay, I got this done, I got this done, I got this done, and I could work a little bit harder this week on this, and y'all feed off each other. And that goes back into the the people you keep into your life and your environment. You have to have those positive people pushing you and that you can push, because it's just energy transferring back and forth, that good energy, and it lights you up. So that's why I put that one on there.
You want to know about it? Tell you the truth. When I see, I love to see my cousin Coach B, doing what she does, because when she do it, I'm like, hold on a second, I gotta. She's young right now. I can't let her outdo me. But just to have to see her doing what she's doing. I see her as she started like a year ago, 2 years ago, and then now she's doing vision board party. Something that she said she wanted to do. She moved to got an office. So again, you gotta have those people in your life that you can feed off and say, oh, it's awesome, like, and again, that it'll make you want to challenge yourself even more, and it keep you going, because I was thinking, if they can do it, I gotta definitely keep going and go big and go harder. So
you want that, because it's joyous. It's joyous to, if you're doing it from your heart, to watch people win.
Oh
it's amazing feeling to see people win, especially if man, if I could tell y'all, well, y'all know y'all my family, but for the people who don't know me, how we grew up, the struggle bus was real.
Yes. This is not fake. We let me tell you something. We know about the struggle. Trust me.
The struggle was real, and so when you can look back on your life and see, like the song, see where God has brought you from, it's amazing. And then if you can look ahead and see where you can be, push people pushing me. And that's how I am where I am. For one, my husband, I always have his 100% support. And I have my mentors who live in these beautiful houses and stuff, and have these amazing jobs, and they push me. Like, yo, I'm a part of this prayer group. I don't consider myself to be no prayer warrior, nothing like that, but it has broken me out of my shell just from her pushing me and putting and believing. No, you don't have to be a prayer warrior, but I know your heart.
Yeah.
and I love your heart. So I know whatever you send up is going to be from your heart. And so when you're doing things with love and from your heart, people see that.
Mm-hmm.
And people push you and challenge you. And
Yes.
they're not going to let you stay in that same place too long. Like, all right, now it's time to start moving. You said you wanted to do this like 2 years ago. Like last year, I said I wanted to have my book published. I didn't do it, but this year I'm gonna have it published by my 40th birthday. So that's
Oh,
my
okay.
goal. That's my new goal. Like have my book published, turn 40. Happy birthday to me.
Okay, well, I could put that on my list too. I want to write a book too. I said, okay,
Hey,
I can see. I can't let Coach B outdo me. I just can't. I just can't. She gonna be working harder and longer this year. It's only week one.
let's go, cuz. Let's go.
Yeah, well, that's one of my goals to write a book sometime. So I'm definitely gonna get into it. So next one is this: focus on progress, not perfection. People who are successful does not do it in a perfect way, but they focus on progress.
Mm-hmm.
If they get something wrong, they find out, they identify it, admit it, and put things into place to make it better. So if they get the opportunity next time,
Yep.
they know they're doing. And
Yep.
so I think Eric Thomas said this. He said he's a motivational speaker. He said when he wrote his first book, had a whole bunch of grammatical errors, but he still sold like millions of copies.
Yep.
Wow. So look at this. What you're doing, you can start doing it now. You don't have to wait until everything's perfect to get it done or to put it out. You start now and work on it and get better and get better and get better as time goes on.
Because if you wait until things are perfect, like you say, you're never going to get anything done. You're never going to have a completed
No.
project because you're sitting here. Oh, they got to be perfect. Oh no, my font is jacked up. Oh no, I'm using the wrong this. Like just do it.
Yes. So again, I'll make it very simple. Say you have a goal to go to the gym every day, and you don't make it every day because you have a busy week at work 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Well, just okay, no problem. Just say, you know what? If that's the problem, I'm gonna find out what's preventing me from going to the gym every day, and I will do something that I will go to the gym at a time and for a period of time that I can really realistically manage. Like say for example, like again, 15 minutes. I'm gonna go to the gym, 15 minutes, knock it out, and go home. I'll go to work. And do that until you get back to your habit of going to the gym every day. So
I'm not with Rev on that. I'm not going to the gym for no 15 minutes. I'm not changing out to go
no,
to the gym. But
well, see, I don't go to the gym, so I don't know how that works.
But you can take that 10 to 15 minutes before you go to bed to do something.
Yes.
Some type of progress. It don't have to go to the gym for an hour, but do something. Whether, okay, I'm going to do 20 push-ups before I go to bed just so I can keep something in line with me wanting to work out. I'm going to do some jumping jacks, some push-ups, some sit-ups real quick. Nothing heavy, nothing crazy. Quick 10, 15 minute before I shower and go to bed, just so I could feel like I made some type of progress within that particular goal. So it doesn't have to be outland. Oh, I just gave up. I didn't do anything. Grab a weight and do 10 on one arm, 10 on the other. And then, hey, I did something.
Yeah. Yeah. Key again, it's not perfection. It's not perfect, but keep moving forward. I think Dr. King said a quote says this: if you can't walk, crawl. If you can't run, walk.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever you do, keep moving forward. So that's my encouragement to you this week, this year, is no matter what you do, no matter how many setbacks you have, because guess what? You will have them. They're coming.
Yes.
So no matter what happens, keep moving forward. So, next one.
Oh, my fave. Why is this my fave? Make the necessary investments. And so, what do you mean by that, Coach B? Oh, I'm glad you asked me. So, I'll use myself with one of my goals is, of course, my goal every year is to gain more and more clientele. But I want to be able to do it in a way to where I'm not doing so many one-on-ones because that's time consuming and put it into like a group setting. And so to get that done without it being a whole mess, I have a coach and I
Mm.
follow her business model because it works. And so I invest in my coach to do whatever I need to get done. And that goes for everything. Make the necessary investments. You want your if your goal is to lose 30 pounds, what are you investing in that to accomplish that? Are you eating right? Are you changing your diet? Are you going to the gym? Or are you just saying that you want something but not willing to invest what it takes to get that thing done? So you have to make those necessary investments. A lot of times we want the free. We want everything free and we want everything to come overnight. We don't want to wait for anything. We want the microwave reality of everything, but it's not. Sometimes you need to sit down, take a beat. What do I need? What do I want? How do I get it? Who's doing it? And I'm gonna go follow that person. If they have a fee, I'm gonna pay that fee. Why? Because the return on my investment is gonna be greater than anything that I invested initially. And that is speaking from experience. The first coach I ever invested in, and I'm gonna tell y'all because y'all we're here together. The program I went was a $6,000 program, and one of my friends was like, "You crazy? You could have paid me that. Why would I pay you that? But you're not where I'm trying to be.
Yeah.
You sitting on a chair or even behind me. You're not even next to me. You're behind me. So
You
you
buy,
want me to invest my money
and
to go
you?
backwards? No, I'm gonna invest my money to go forward. And had I not, I would not be sitting here as Coach B because that jump started me to moving my feet, starting my business, and I continue to have a coach. I'm not going to be caught out here in these streets and not have a coach. And some people may think, it's crazy. Why are you paying to X, Y, and Z? Because I want to gain knowledge from the best.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I want to be the best, I'm going to invest in myself with the best. And so make the necessary investments, humans.
Well, they say this: you pay for what you get. Now, let me break that down.
You get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for. But let me break that down also. I also say that sometimes I want like, for example, Coach B has the means to invest $6,000. That doesn't mean that you can find someone else that is at your level of investment.
But wait, I gotta interject. I did not have the means.
Okay.
And that's where how badly do you want it? When I tell you I put 1,000 on my credit card, I got hubby to give me 1,000, I borrowed $3,000 from my mama. When I tell you, if you want it bad enough, you're gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that and I'm interjecting on that because a lot of times we use that as, oh, I don't have it. Can you do this? Can you do that? But when you do that, the person you're trying to get to give you that information, you want them to water down their worth.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. If my program costs this much,
you pick the band, right?
this is what it is. Why? Because I know my worth. I know what I'm about to give you. If you put the work in, you're gonna get that money right back.
Well, no, yeah, I totally agree. Like, if, for example, I'm part of this group called TIP. It's an international business networking group, and it costs about $1,000 a year to be a part of it. And I'm part of this group, and that is part of 90 members. And I've been part of the group for about 13 years now, and I'm staying a part of it. It's not because when we talk about environment, I mean just the environment of people there, the friendships. I mean just being around people who are successful in their own business. helps me to just keep my focus and believe that's possible. And so again, you have to invest. I don't consider that $1,000 a year an expense. Now, like, excuse me, plus $1,000 a year as an expense. It's an investment, because guess what? That group helps my business grow. Either by it grows me, help me grow, or by them referring me out to their colleagues for a bit. Now, also, I invest in Google Ads every month, about $400 every month. And guess what? I get calls from people all around the world to pick up and deliver stuff from in New Jersey. That's crazy, right? But and that's why, again, you said, people say, why you spending $400 on Google Ads? Because it brings me business.
Let me get that back. You're gonna get that back. And don't get me wrong, like you were saying, like sometimes you don't have, or you can't come up with that money. There are so many free classes
you got DoorDash.
Offer.
You got DoorDash.
There are so many avenues. Like some of my classes are free. Some of the first 5-day boot camp I ever went to, it was free. But that led me into going in the direction that I want. But even if people are not sometimes willing to even sit there and get the information that they need, they want you to tell them what to do, step A through Z. Don't want to put any research in, don't want to put any work in, don't want to do any of that to accomplish what they need. So that's why a lot of times, especially in the coaching realm, there's not a whole lot of free, because you find that, like, even when I did my color party, my vision board color party, it was a $50 ticket. And so when people are paying that, they're going to show up.
Yeah.
If it's free, you may have 100 registrants with 10 participants.
Yes.
Because they didn't have to invest anything. They didn't have to put anything into that. And so people are not going to put their money in and be like, oh, I ain't going to go. No, I'm going to get my money's worth. I'm going.
and again, their actual experience would be better, because, again, they actually said, no, if they're going to invest $50, they say, I'm going to show up, and I'm actually put some effort into the experience, because that's what you want. You want people who are willing. But again, it's all about investing to you have to make investments into your future. I'm part of a lot of different groups based upon what I think that group can do to change me. Not so much, they may not even give me no business. I'm not worried about that. Yeah. But just by being around them, by me learning from them, and just gleaming the knowledge that they have.
Because you may get one statement that changed the game for your whole business.
All you need is one tip. All you need is one strategy.
Just the one. And everything will have been worth it. And so you invest in where you want to go, not where you are. And so you take that chance and you step out on faith and invest in yourself and see where it gets you this year.
Look at this. The scripture in the Bible says this. I think it's in Proverbs, says, the race is not given to the strong. It's not given to the intellect. It's not given to the wise. But time and chance happen to them both. In other words, you can live your life too. You can live the life you want to live. Mm-hmm. But the question is, you have to take chances on yourself. Yeah. You got to take chances on your dreams. That's why you can't quit, because the more chances you take, oh my gosh, the greater of the chance that you would get to experience what you want to experience. Now, guess what? There's a possibility it won't happen.
Yeah.
But guess what? Let it be known before you die. Tell them I took a chance.
Yeah, and you're going to learn something. Even within that endeavor, you will learn something for your next thing.
Yes.
And so even if that one doesn't pan out, okay, I'm gonna learn something for my next thing.
Yes, that's so true.
Always learning.
That's so true.
It's always learning, no matter. I could be around being around my children every day. I know who they are in and out. But every day is something new. Every day I'm learning something new about these jokers, and my mind is always blown. Like every encounter. Like
Yes.
every encounter I have with my coach, no matter if she's teaching on the same thing, there's always something new that I learn that I can bring back and apply it to my life and put my spin on it.
Yes.
It's always something. You have to read books. I got a list. I got 12 books, one book a month. Read and put that knowledge back into you. So much negativity out in this world. You have to have that positive
Yes.
energy coming back into you so that you can accomplish your 2023
And
goals.
quick tip on that reading: if you don't want to read a physical book, you got Audible.
I'm a booker. I like to highlight and write notes on the side.
But just for those people who you know,
Yeah.
I
And you can
don't
do
have
that
time
in
to
your
read.
car
Yeah.
while you're driving, listen to it, and whenever you
I
want to play
I tell you
music.
what helps me. I listen to a lot of motivational speakers like Les Brown. I mean, just the motivation, just what they say. So I agree. No, read, invest in yourself. Again, it goes back to saying, make the necessary investments, not even in your business, but in you,
And
because you
you
are your business.
got to believe that.
Yep. And guess what? Your business will grow when you grow.
You are your
You
brand.
the more you look at this, the more you grow, the better chance that you would get the chance to experience what you want. Look at this.
Facts.
My son, he's 9 years old. He can drive right now. The only thing that's stopping him, he's not mature enough yet. So sometimes in life, sometimes you got to grow up in order to
Yeah,
experience what you really want to experience. So
that's good. That's so true. It's real.
yeah,
Our mind has to be ready for our dream.
yes,
That's like even with the 100% disability. I wanted this thing since I got out the military. And I'm like, God, yo, where my money? But I was not ready. It would have just went to stupid stuff.
yeah,
And I wasn't ready for it. So when I got into position to, okay, now I'm getting my credits right. I don't owe nobody. I'm being a little bit wiser with my finances. Out the blue.
yeah.
Oh, dang. Got this 100%. Thank you, God.
Oh
Well,
no,
wasn't out the blue, I
yeah,
had to,
it went on blue. You work for that.
had to work for that. But
They're not
I've
giving that
been
out the blue.
I've been working for over like 5 years. I'm like, yo, I need these benefits.
Yes,
But I was not ready for it. I wasn't
yeah,
mature enough to do it. So I had to get in position for your greater, man.
yep. That's awesome, man. Number 10, last one. Look at this. Ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
You will not, and you cannot do it all. It goes back to even talking about you make the necessary investments. There's some things you can focus on, and other things you need to pay people to do. Because what if you try to do it all, you won't accomplish nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it goes again. So again, and also, if you don't know what you're doing, ask for help. Say, hey, what's the next step? What else do I need to do? Now, again, it goes back to making an investment. You may have to pay to get
You
the
might.
right.
You might. How bad do you want it?
Do you want it? you, you, you have to pay. I'm not allowing you to get some real good advice on somebody that can help you even get to the next step. You may have to make some investment to pay out of pocket. But guess what? I have a question. How bad do you want it? And
Right.
do you really want that goal?
Do you want it more than having that $400 weave in your head, or
Yeah, right.
We invest in what we want.
Oh wow.
We invest, and that's just the plain
Life.
truth about it. Like we invest in what we want, and it's a mind thing. Our mindset has to shift. Oh, I can't afford this. Calculate how much you spent on unnecessary things or things that you could have done yourself in 1 month, and see how much money you spent. I did that once before. I was shocked. Like, oh my God, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't want to do that because I can imagine, man. I go to lunch, I'm like, oh my gosh, like $20.
So
But again, I have customers. My customers pay for that, so
closed mouths don't get fed. Ask for help, and
yes.
sometimes you never know. People do things pro bono.
Oh
People
yeah.
do things to just. I do a lot of pro bono. pro bono work and seminars and stuff like that. And it helps them, but it helps me too. It puts my name out there. It puts my business out there. So ask for help.
But at the same time, though, I want to talk about that. Like, again, you may give for free, but I'd rather pay for it. Say truth. I don't think now. I think if say for example, a lawyer do a case pro bono, I believe they're going to give their best.
What we call them public defenders.
I mean, say for some cases, a lawyer would do something pro bono just because he won't get his name out there. But again, let's talk about public defender. Say get a public defender. If depending upon the case you have, you may want to get a real lawyer.
Right. You might want to pay. You might want to come out of pocket, or you're gonna be in jail because they just looked at your case 5 minutes before they walked in the courtroom. They're not putting any time in it because they're not getting any. They're gonna get their same paycheck regardless.
Yep.
So
you better take a plea deal. you better start snitching.
Oh Lord. He said you better start snitching.
But no. Again, I never. One thing I don't do. I don't ask for help without willing to pay, because I don't want nobody to come to me asking for help. Whether invest in who I am and what I do, because I think if you call me, like for example, somebody said, Josh, I need you to do something for me, and I had to give them a price. They try to talk me down. I'm like, yo, you must understand that when you call me, you get in a whole 7-year military experience behind. I'm giving you an example, right?
This is not a homie hookup.
Yeah, I'm not. Look at this. If I say I'm gonna do something, guess what? I'm gonna try to move heaven and earth to make sure you get done. Give example, right? Some family hired me to go pick them up from the airport, right? And the way it works is that I would go and get their vehicles from that house, then drive to the airport. So their house was in Plainsboro, New Jersey, and I had to go to JFK Airport. I got to the house, right, to go get their vehicle. Their car wouldn't start. Now, I'm like, when that happened, and like, I'm like, I had to get to the airport right now. And my head started spinning and come on all different solutions. I'm about to drop on the side of their yard and try to hook my car up to the battery. I was thinking, how can I do this? Because I'm like, I need to get this van started. Now, fortunately, I have a van too. And my van's like parked. I have an office up in that area. And my van's parked about 20 minutes away. Now, when their vehicle don't start, I have no obligation to go pick them up. Because I'm like, your van don't start, you need to call Uber. But you quit about $400. So,
that's an expensive Uber.
That's gonna be expensive. You come from JFK Airport, it's gonna be expensive. But I went and got my van, went and picked them up, and brought them home. But so again, when people start saying, when next time somebody call me up and say, "Hey, can you give me a discount?" I'm like, hold on. Do you want me to discount my effort into making sure? I'm telling you, no, because no. Look at so.
That's good though. That's real.
No, it's real.
That's real.
So I also say, name your price. I'm say, if I can't afford you,
I can or I can't.
I can't afford you. But let me tell you something. If I pay you, I'm going to put some demand on you and expect that you perform to the level that you say you can, because I paid you. So, but when you get it for free, you really can't make the demands.
Can't be mad.
They do you a favor.
You get what you pay for.
Again, you get what you pay for. So, ask for help, and I promise you, if you ask for help, it'll save you a world of time trying to figure things out.
Right.
I'm trying to do some things in my business now, so I need to find somebody to help me work on my business. So when I'm done, when I'm gone, pass away, it's still running and bringing revenue. So, but well, everyone, those are our 10 tips. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you were able to glean from them. I promise you, if you apply any one of these tips this year consistently, I guarantee you, I'm sure with Coach B, these are things that we didn't just read out of a book to tell
Right.
you. These are things that we actually are applying to our lives.
Life experience is the best teacher.
Yes. Yes. So I know that if you do anything that we share with you today, you will have a greater chance of experiencing your achieving your goals in 2023, and that is what we want for you this year. Now we're gonna have some more shows during the year. Matter of fact, we may come up with another 10 in like half in the June, to share with you because we got some more.
Mm-hmm.
But Coach B, you have any last words?
Do it scared. That's all I do. It scared.
I want to say that one, but I ran out.
Great minds think alike. That's a psychology mind.
Yes, but also, Coach B, she's what kind of coach are you?
I am a identity transformation coach, and
What's your website?
edicoachb.com.
edicoachb.com.
Correct.
Awesome. Guess what? If you look, and what do you pretty much help them out with? Pretty much.
Pretty much, my target audience are women,
Mm-hmm.
women who, wives, mothers, who think that that's all they are, that think that that's their identity. It's just that there's so much more. Once you transform the way you think, you could transform your identity, and then you can start setting those goals for yourself. And because once your children are gone, or if you are married, if your husband passed away, God forbid, who are you after
Yes.
that? What are you left with? You're left in depression. You're left scared. You're left unworthy because, like, man, my life was wrapped up in my kids. They left off to college. Now I got nothing. I got nobody to take care of. I have nothing to do. So you have to find your thing. What is it that God gave you? And I had to walk through that process myself. And so I like to help women transform their identity into becoming their true selves so that they can accomplish their true goals and live life on their terms.
That's awesome. So guess what? If you're a woman out there and you feel like you don't really know who you are, you feel like you're not living to your full potential, you're not enjoying life, reach out to Coach B, and I promise you that I'm sure she'll be able to help you with that. Because let me tell you something. Once you find your thing, oh my gosh.
It's a powerhouse. There's no stopping you. It's no
stopping. Life becomes so much more enjoyable.
It sure does.
Without money, it becomes so much more enjoyable. The journey of growing and living is just enjoyable.
It's a peace that rests on you when you find your thing. And with that peace, it brings on that financial freedom because you can think more clearly.
Yes.
You have a vision, you have a goal, you have a plan, and then you can start moving. This year, I have so many trips lined up. It doesn't even make any sense, but I can do it because I know who I am and where I'm going. And so once you get those things in line, you can start moving and shaking.
Awesome. So reach out to Coach B. Matter of fact, we're gonna have on another guest soon to really just talk about her business, what she do, and how she can help you and how you can transform your life here in a couple of weeks. So once again, thank you for joining us for another episode of Let's Talk About It with Rev J and Joy. If you can, please do me a favor. If you like this episode, go to our description box, hit the subscribe button, share this with a friend, so they can. If they have goals, they have an opportunity and possibilities. They can reach them in 2022. God bless you. We will see you guys in about 2 weeks. Talk to you soon.
Good night, everybody.